Welcome back to Boundless Books. Today, we're diving into Chapter 22 of The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, titled The Mockingjay Rises. This chapter marks a dramatic turning point in the story, revealing the truth behind the destruction of the arena and the larger rebellion that has been secretly unfolding across Panem. Katniss regains consciousness in a strange and unfamiliar place. She is lying in a medical room inside a hovercraft, surrounded by unfamiliar technology and personnel. Her body aches from the chaos in the arena, and her mind struggles to understand what happened after she shot the arrow into the arena's force field. At first, Katniss feels disoriented and confused. She remembers the lightning strike, the explosion, and the moment the arena began to collapse around her. But she doesn't understand how she survived or where she is now. Soon, she learns that she has been rescued by rebels. Haymitch eventually enters the room and begins explaining the shocking truth. For months, a secret rebellion has been growing across the districts. The destruction of the arena was not an accident, it was a carefully planned mission organized by rebels to break Katniss out of the games. Katniss is stunned. She learns that several tributes, including Finnick and BT, were secretly part of the plan. Their goal was not to win the games but to protect Katniss and ensure she escaped safely. The rebels believed that Katniss had become a powerful symbol of resistance against the capital. She had unknowingly become the face of the rebellion, but instead of feeling proud or hopeful, Katniss becomes furious. Her first question is about Peeta. When Haymitch hesitates, Katniss immediately senses something is wrong. Finally, he reveals the devastating truth. Peeta was captured by the capital. The hovercraft carrying the rebels had to escape quickly after the arena was destroyed. In the chaos, Peeta, along with Johanna Mason and Enoberia, was taken by capital forces. Katniss is overwhelmed with grief and rage. She feels betrayed by Haymitch and the others. In her mind, they chose her over Peeta. She cannot understand how they could leave him behind. Her anger erupts into a violent emotional breakdown as she struggles with the crushing guilt of being saved while Peeta remains in the capital's hands. For Katniss, the victory feels hollow. After some time passes and Katniss begins to regain control of her emotions, the hovercraft continues its journey. The rebels explain that they are heading toward a hidden location, District 13, which many people believed had been destroyed decades earlier. But before they arrive, Katniss witnesses something that changes everything. As the hovercraft flies across Panem, Katniss looks out the window and sees the ruins of District 12. The sight is horrifying. Her home district has been completely destroyed. The once familiar streets, houses, and buildings are now nothing but ashes and rubble. Smoke rises from the wreckage, and the entire area appears lifeless and silent. The capital has wiped it out in retaliation. Katniss is overwhelmed by grief as she realizes the scale of the destruction. Everything she knew, her home, her neighbors, the place where she grew up, has been erased. The capital's message is clear: rebellion will not be tolerated. Yet, even in the face of this devastation, something powerful has begun. The rebellion is no longer hidden, and Katniss Everdeen, the girl who survived the Hunger Games twice, has become something more than just a tribute. She has become the Mockingjay. Key moments in the chapter include: Katniss wakes up aboard a rebel hovercraft after the arena's destruction. Haymitch reveals that the arena escape was part of a planned rebellion. Katniss learns that Peeta has been captured by the capital. Katniss suffers an emotional breakdown after realizing Peeta was left behind. Katniss sees the complete destruction of District 12. Differences between the book and the movie. The book provides deeper emotional detail about Katniss's anger toward Haymitch. Katniss's violent emotional breakdown is more intense in the novel. The destruction of District 12 is described in greater detail in the book. Katniss's thoughts about becoming the Mockingjay are more internal and reflective in the novel. Chapter 22 is one of the most shocking and emotional moments in Catching Fire. The truth about the rebellion is finally revealed, and Katniss begins to understand the role she plays in the growing resistance against the capital. However, the cost of this moment is devastating. Peeta has been captured, and District 12 has been destroyed. The games may be over, but the real war is only beginning. What do you think? Will Katniss truly become the Mockingjay the rebellion needs? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more chapter breakdowns here on Boundless Books.